Hey there, Eli again, coming at you from OSA in Coventry, here to showcase one of the biggest freshwater shipments that OSA has received in a long time. We're restocked from everything from cichlids to small nano community fish. The boat is freshly restocked. We have a whole bunch of new stuff in here, starting with little mabunas all the way up to some nicer, larger ones. Some really cool OB mabunas in this tank, nice orange ones with some really cool blue iridescence to them. A few new haps and peacocks of assorted sizes, so it's nice and full. A couple nice larger electric blue Texas cichlids for those of you looking for some cool South American stuff. We also got a few more predatory fish. We got a handful of Florida gars in this tank that are all ranging probably from like 8 to 10 inches right now, so they got a decent size to them. Not too small to start with, but not too big for some of your tanks. But definitely keep in mind that these fish are going to get quite large with time. We also happen to restock on electric blue Akaras, which has been a long time coming. These guys are also of a decent size, maybe 3-4 inches for most of them. Super cool fish, decently friendly South American cichlids, so they're good for a lot of larger tanks, but they're not as aggressive as some of their closer cousins. Finally got some little Oscars in too. I know a lot of people have been looking for Oscars for quite some time. These guys are pretty small, probably 2 to 3 inches for most of them, but we got a good mix of tiger Oscars and albinos. Red Devil Cichlids, which has been a while since I've seen any of these. These guys are nice and bright and probably around 3 inches or so as well. Another unique oddball South American cichlid we picked up are these black belt cichlids. It's been quite a long time since I've seen these. These are a type of vieja. Good for the more aggressive South American style cichlid aquariums. As with those larger electric blue Texas cichlids, we also got some nice smaller ones if you wanted something smaller to start out with to grow up in your tank. Moving on to the community fish, we got some of these nano rainbow fish, Gertrude rainbow fish in this tank, which are really neat small rainbow fish. Not a true rainbow fish like you're used to with some of the larger species, but these are really neat. Smaller fish, good for maybe a 15-gallon aquarium, something pretty small. They school very tightly and they have a very cool behavior to watch. Definitely a underrated fish that you don't see very often. Additionally, we got these Celebes rainbows up top, which are very similar, just kind of a different color pattern, get a little bit larger. For all of you predatory fish keepers, we have a couple Arowana in stock now too. A nice, decent silver Arowana up front in center here. We also have a Giardini Arowana in the back of this tank too. As with these tiger silver dollars, which are kind of a neat silver dollar species you don't see very often in the hobby. Freshly restocked on white cloud mountain minnows. If you guys didn't see my last video about those, these are really cool small community fish. They do prefer colder waters, but they're very tolerant of a lot of different conditions. Definitely a classic aquarium fish that I'm stoked to see back in store. Paradise gouramis, some nice male albinos. These guys are really impressive, decent size already. A decent community centerpiece fish, and they're not gonna get much bigger than they are currently. For the smaller schooling fish, we have gold neon tetras, which are another neat one. You guys probably saw some of the albinos we had very recently, and these are very similar fish. We also have some smaller ancestress bushy-nosed plecos in this tank too. They happen to be long fins, but are the common brown coloration that you see most of the time. Bunch of jumbo neon tetras again. These guys are pushing the limits of full grown, but they seem to be doing very well. Feel free to come check us out at the Coventry location for all of the newer fish. Within the next week or so, some of the new stuff should be going up to Seekonk and Wakefield when Allie and Joe get the chance to bring them up there. Come check it out, come see what we got, whether you have a community tank or a cichlid tank. We should have something for everybody this weekend.